Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hydra. Welcome back to the channel for a brand new Modern Warfare video. So guys, in today's video, man, Season 2 actually just dropped for Modern Warfare, as you guys know, and I do this every single update where basically I give you guys my best class setups that I use basically all the time. Now, if you guys didn't know, there's actually 2 new guns that came out. If we go ahead and take a look at the battle pass, one of them was the I'm not too sure how you actually pronounce this, man. It's like the Growl 556 or something like that. And then the other one right here is the Striker 45, which better known as the UMP 45. It's just the version of Modern Warfare. So if you guys want to see class setups on those, man, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you guys are brand new to the channel, man. That'd be greatly appreciated. As you guys know, man, we're super close to 10K. We're like 300 subs away, so if you guys could drop a sub, that'd be awesome. And with that out of the way, basically, guys, we're going to be going through my 10 class setups that I use pretty much on a daily basis. Nothing too extreme, just some normal weapons, and I think you guys should 100% use them, man. So comment down below, what is your favorite gun to use in Modern Warfare? Me personally, mine's the PP Bizon. As you guys can tell, it's my favorite and it's my first class slot. I just love the Bizon, dude. It's such an all-around good gun. And with that out of the way, boys, I think we're gonna hop right into the class setups, man. So I hope you guys going to enjoy, and let's get right into it. So for my first class setup right here, we actually got, like I said, the Bizon, and for our muzzle, we're running monolithic suppressor. We're using the 8.7 steel barrel, rubberized grip tape, sleight of hand, and we're also using no stock. And this is just what I personally have found to be the best. A lot of people, for whatever reason, they don't like to run monolithic suppressor. I'm really not too sure what the reason for that is, but I kind of just like having it on. It's what I use since, like, sheesh, how long has Modern Warfare been out? I think I started using the Bizon around in like November, so it is absolutely slayed out ever since. And like I said, it's definitely my most reliable gun, so I would 100% recommend trying this one out, no doubt about it. Next up, man, we got my MP5. Now this is actually my new MP5 class setup, and it's because after the 1.13 update, they actually got a nerf on this gun, so the reason why I kind of changed this up. So it's a little bit different from my previous MP5 class setup, but essentially what we changed is I took off the muzzle. I can't remember if I had a barrel on or not. I know I had a suppressor on, but for our underbarrel, we're running Merc foregrip 45 round mags. If you guys didn't know, I used to run the 10 round mags, but that just kind of got a little bit annoying running out of ammo so fast. So 45 round mags definitely is the way to go. And then stipple grip tape, sleight of hand, in the F-Tac collapsible. Now this is just going to make it a super accurate running gun class. A lot of the pros, for whatever reason, they like to use like the classic straight line, and then also sometimes they'll put on a barrel. But I'm just a super up close and personal player, so when it comes to that, I of course am going to use the most running gun class setup possible. You guys will see a little bit down the line what my other class setup was, and that's kind of like more of your, actually that's kind of hard to explain. There's really no like reason for it. It's just kind of like what it was good before the 1.13 update, and you know, before the nerf. Obviously they nerfed it pretty hefty. So that is my first MP5 class setup. Now we're gonna head over to my first M4 class setup. I have 2 M4 class setups. This one right here, this is like just my straight up rushing class setup. It's like a mini M4 SMG basically, as you guys can tell. So for maps like Shoot House, Shipment, and even Rust now, this is definitely the way to go, man. I have another one that you guys can see, and it's also pretty good for Rust and a little bit of like the longer range maps, so we'll get into that as well. But for this one, as you guys can tell, we're running tactical suppressor, GI mini reflex, and to be honest with you guys, all of my classes that I'll ever run, I don't use any other sight besides the GI mini reflex. Okay, this is the only one I like. I mean, maybe sometimes I'll use the Viper reflex, but GI mini reflex 100% like what I use 90% of the time. That just made no sense, didn't 100%. I use it 90% of the time. I mean, it's just what I use majority of the time. I guess we'll just say that. I've really never ever had to use any other sight besides the GI. And then clearly we have no stock on, and then stippled grip tape. I'm not sure if I said that already, but yeah, that's kind of it's the XRK version as well, as you can tell. But yeah, that's my first M4 class setup, my straight just run and gun rushing M4. Now here's my M13. I actually did a video on this quite recently because it got a buff, so I'll put a card up on the screen right there if you guys want to see specific gameplay for that. But essentially what we have on here is a Tempest Cyclone barrel, Merc foregrip, 50 round mag, sleight of hand, and Forged Tac stalker. I might have changed up the class setup since I did that video. I'm not completely sure though, but if you guys didn't know, the M13 is kind of like the honey badger from Ghost, so that's why I kind of like this gun. The M13, man, it's hard to say when you can use it. You can use this gun pretty much any of the time. It's super reliable. It's kind of like in between, like, I guess the SMG and AR, like, kind of profiling when it comes to, like, SMG is super, like, short range, and You know, obviously the ARs are for long range, so it's kind of like right in between there, so it's kind of confusing when you should use this gun. But this is the class setup that I just found to work the best recently. Next up, we got my kilo class setup. Now, I'm never the type of person to run like LMGs in this game, but I got my kilo right here, man, and as you guys know, it is possible to run the 100 round drum mag, so you could basically turn this gun into a beefy LMG, dude, and it's super hard to run around the map, but hey, man, it gets the job done. And this is like, holy man, it's either for trapping on shipment when it was possible. I would either use this or the Bizon, obviously, but this, man, holy dude, it slays out. Other than the 100 round drum mags, we got commando foregrip, monolith suppressor, GI mini reflex, of course, and the stippled grip tape as well. And yeah, as you guys can tell, it just basically buffs up the accuracy and the range a ton and just makes it a super beefy, like, AR LMG hybrid. So if people are just being annoying, dude, I will just bring this out, especially if there's like people that are just like clustered up for no reason. This will just gun them in a few rounds, and you really don't have to worry about reloading or repositioning because it's 100 rounds in a drum mag. So that's why I love this gun so much, to be honest with you. Next up, we got the Ram 7. Nothing much to be said about this gun except I love it, dude. It's probably my second favorite gun after the Bizon, and I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me about that, but I love the Ram 7, dude, and I haven't really used it. I started using probably about a month ago, dude, and I love this thing. Basically what we got on here is compensator muzzle, XRK Ranger barrel, commando foregrip 50 round mags, and the stippled grip tape. I also made another video on this. I'll leave another card up there. I made a lot of videos on just these individual class setups. But yeah, man, dude, the gun's performance, it just speaks for itself, honestly, dude. Nothing much really to say about it. But next up after that, like I said, we do have another M4 class setup. Now, like I said, this is kind of like, it's also a little bit of a running gun class setup, but more of like if you're going for accuracy as well and just not caring about where you're shooting that much. This is my class setup for that. The other one that I showed earlier, that would be like my shipment gun. This is kind of like the one that I use on Shoot House a lot more. But we got the Corvus Custom Marksman barrel, 60 round mag, stipple grip tape, sleight of hand, in no stock. I already kind of explained a little bit earlier on why I use both of these guns, so we're just gonna move on to the next one, which is my Golden Dragon AK, man. As you guys know, this variant just came out. I'll leave a card to that video up there as well. And the AK, dude, it's like the reason why I really never use this gun is just because it has so much recoil, dude. I really didn't think it would be that good, but honestly, man, it's pretty decent. Not the gun that it's probably the gun out of all these class setups that I use the least, but it's still pretty overpowered. As you guys can tell, we have muzzle brake, commando foregrip, 40 round mags, granulated grip tape, and then the skeleton stock. So yeah, I can't really say too much about this gun because I really have never used it in the first place except when the Golden Dragon variant came out. So enough said about that gun. Next up, I'm pretty sure, yeah, so here is my previous MP5 class setup. And you guys probably already know this one because I have used this gun for so long now, and I literally just changed to the other one. So this is the class setup that we are running. You guys can't see it, but FTAC collapsible. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that gun. And then right here we got my second kilo class setup. Now you guys know how obviously I use my other kilo for you know, just basically people that are in clusters, and I use that gun for trapping a lot. This is more like my running gun shipment type. So maybe if we weren't trapping and we were just playing hardpoint or like KC or something like that, even TDM, this would be the gun that I would use on there. It's also pretty consistent on Shoot House, actually. What we're using for this is the Singard Arms Whisper barrel, tack laser, no stock, sleight of hand, and the commando foregrip. So that is about all that we got for the class setups, man. I'll go through them one more time so you guys can get a little bit of more look on them. So we got the Bizon, we got my first MP5 class, my first M4 class, my M13, my kilo, Ram 7, my second M4 class, my AK, the other MP5, and my other kilo as well. So I like to have a couple of class setups for like each gun, I guess you could say. So like 2 for the kilo, 2 for the M4, 2 for the MP5, just for some variety, because I'm not like the type of person to use like marksman rifles or snipers or LMG shotguns. Like I'm a very simplistic player when it comes to the guns that I use. So that's why like you guys are kind of seeing like a little bit of a repeat with the guns, but they can be used for different things. So that's pretty much it for the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure that you guys of course slap a like down below, subscribe if you guys are brand new, and comment down below if you guys made it to this point point of the video, hashtag season 2, boys, because I'm hyped for season 2, and we're gonna be stuck with this season for a little bit. I'm pretty sure Battle Royale was in this file, man, so that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. I'm super excited for that. And like I said, videos coming out very soon on the new UMP45 as well as the other DLC weapon that came out within the battle pass, so I'm super hyped for that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
Hard body on a narcotic, yeah, yeah. 12 gauge shot, got a big body, yeah, yeah. Fuck with nobody, yeah, yeah. Perky my body, I can